Hello, it is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80 for the Full Force News Burst Live, and I am reporting on even more news from ThreeZero as they deliver some product images. Just as I said yesterday that we would see them very soon, we certainly well did. We've also got some details to go through as well about this particular figure. But yeah, let's get kind of comfortable in our in our news burst live scenario before we get into any details and start looking at loads of pictures and images. If you're checking it out, if you're watching, throw us a comment, let us know what you're doing on this evening, and we'll get to it. Seems like we're doing these a lot of late. And yeah, sorry they're not immediately after the news breaks as well. It's just I'm rather busy during the day. Hello, they gone. Hello, Cody. Okay, we've got some people watching. Brilliant. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, and I'll just quickly go over it one more time for those that are just joining us. We have a little bit more news from ThreeZero and that amazing roadblock reveal. We have more product images to kind of get through and have a look at. And of course, we have a few more details as well. West Coast in the house, says they gone. West, y'all. Clark has already gone straight in saying, hola, what's for dinner? We're having wraps tonight, I think. Yeah, I'll drop some beats in case going to do some wraps. No, yeah, we're going to have some, I think some nice wraps later, that's currently happening at the moment. I'll keep you updated. This might actually finish before that even gets anywhere near done, but we shall see. Shades, says Adam. Those shades. Well, oh, for roadblock. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. It does smell good, Cody. How do you know? Are you in the house somewhere? Brilliant. Okay, right. We've got enough people. Hi, Zartan. We've got enough people watching at the moment. Thank you very much for jumping on, guys. So, they gone says, you know what is brilliant? Your hair, bro. Why are you handing the locks? So hiding the locks, I guess you're saying. I've actually had my hair cut recently. See, it goes back quite a way. Well, it'll be coming out again soon. Don't worry. It's just whenever I have to deal with headphones, and yeah, it'll have the sweep and everything. When I ever have to deal with headphones, it's just easy to put that on. And I thought, you might all appreciate a little bit of mask love today. I don't know why. What we're saying here, Paul Galliano says, hi there, these figs look amazing. They do look amazing. Let's get me into this. More images of roadblock, and they are not disappointing me. A few things I think we'll get to when we get to like the end here. We'll go through them bit by bit, and then I'll point out some things that I think might, I was surprised at. Thank you, Couch Boy. You like the mask hat? Appreciate it. It is dope, isn't it? It's well good. Present from my wife via Etsy, I believe. Got this one. She got me a Toys R Us one, a Toys R Us kid one, which is amazing. In humanoids as well, which I have rocked, and a Kung Fu grip one. They're brilliant. Right. Yeah, so check this out. Amazing. So we've got here an image of him holding his knife. So he's got the dagger, which goes into, I think, any one of the billion pocket. Oh, no, I can't really see where it goes in. There must be like a hidden. We'll find it. But anyway, he's got a knife, dagger, brilliant. Pistol, which goes in the holster, obviously, obvs. The Browning, which we saw, but on a different pose this time, still looking hench there. And then the shades out of nowhere, just rocking some shades, which is pretty dope. So again, very, very awesome. Next. Now, this is what I was really excited about, because effectively they have stuck to the concept art pretty tight, haven't they? Almost identically, because I look at the figure, the backpack, and it's like awesome. We've got the ammo belt box on the side of the backpack, and I've got a feeling there's going to be a little bit more kind of images to come as well. The backpack looks gorgeous. It looks like there might be ammo boxes on either side, so you can have him holding it in whatever direction you want, whichever hand you want. I don't know, pretty dope still, pretty dope. And I just love the color they've gone with, making the ammo boxes a separate color, like green, so you can actually see they're separate to the actual backpack, but they connect to the back. It's just all sorts of dopeness. So I'm leaning in there to see what else is on that backpack. I'm actually gonna, not be an idiot and zoom in on the image I have on my phone here. Yeah, so it's got some element of stuff underneath there as well. Another little kind of box of some description. It's a really cool looking kind of setup going on there with the backpack. I'm really into that. He's got a lot of pouches on his belt at the back as well. Still can't see. Oh, dumb me. The knife is in his boot, isn't it? On his right boot. So there we go. That's where the knife sheaths into. So that's another awesome touch. I'm not seeing any downsides yet on this figure at all. Again, another shot of the Browning, another pose with the pistol. Not showing anything new, but kind of showing different angles and showing like you've got those kind of almost like tear gas grenades on his right thigh. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Really into this. What else we got going? Vagon says, so anyone in the chat want the first airborne trooper? My bet Ripcord. Yeah, Ripcord. They haven't mentioned, obviously, they haven't mentioned airborne or Ripcord or any of those yet. They have mentioned Duke, Scarlet. Can't remember the other ones. Duke, Scarlet. I've got it. It's on another slide. I'll have to find that elsewhere. Obviously, the Baroness, Destro, Firefly, Lady J. Yeah, so there's a lot that they've mentioned. So I think we're going to be seeing those over the a period of time. We're going to get to those eventually. So yeah. Oh, Couchwood, does Hasbro own M.A.S.K? 6-inch or 3 3¾ would be cool. I'm all in. I'm all on the M.A.S.K hat. Lol. Roadblock is really cool. So Hasbro do indeed own the M.A.S.K license, the IP. They usually have to for the names and stuff. They usually have to get those trademark. They have to go through the whole copyright process again, don't they? Or use it in some way, shape, or form so that they can kind of keep the trademark. But the actual IP, yes, they do own 100%. And yeah, I would love to see some sort of I don't know, O-ring, 6-inch, 4-inch modern. I'd love to see some sort of homage to M.A.S.K in the Joe line, because obviously they are connected in multiple different ways. You talk about the IDW connected universe. You can talk about the fact that Matt Tracker appeared in the 25th anniversary line. There's loads of cool little crossover opportunities there, and I think it would be lovely to do that. But anyway, yeah, that's my M.A.S.K hat. What else we got going on? Okay, more images. Obviously, he's in a fighting stance. He's going to be punching some guys, and then there's the other close-up image of the knife. I threw up all of the images that we got. So this is Punchy and Stabby. I named these Punchy and Stabby. And then this one, which is amazing, operating the Browning, but with the helmet and the goggles on. It's like proper gun safety going on here. And I really like this particular shot. Is awesome, and also shows off this removable helmet, which is pretty dope. And obviously we know that because this is the loadout. So there aren't any alternate heads, which I was surprised at. I was expecting some alternate heads. So it's not a game changer for me, because I absolutely love that head. I know some of you weren't in the chat last night, weren't super into it. And again, that's that's totally up to you. I do kind of like this particular head sculpt. I think it's full of personality, and also kind of when you put the helmet on, it's almost like you've got this lower half of the face which hasn't got loads going on. It's not kind of grimacing or open mouth or anything, so you can kind of have your neutral head almost with the helmet on. I don't know why I'm trying to sell it to people, but yeah. And obviously we've got the backpack, we've got the Browning, we've got the bullet belt, which is in there as well, so we know that is actually going to be something you can connect to the backpack ammo box and going into the Browning, which is amazing. The tripod, we've got some other little connectivity aspects. I think it's like the kind of the tripod at the front as well, or the bipod that maybe go at the front. There's some other little bits in there. I think it's a pistol, the knife, and then all the different hands. So again, pretty decent loadout. And then obviously all the gear that's on him, on that figure as well already. You've got the vest, you've got all those pouches, the belt secondaries, the kind of clipped, like, you know, what are they called? Holsters and all that kind of business, and all the grenade kind of attachments as well, and grenades. So he like they haven't they should probably strip the figure and put everything out there in front of him. But you can see that he's got a lot going on, and it's a pretty dope. Again, I don't even need the extra push. This I'm already like looking at this, going, yeah, I'm gonna get this because he is amazing. What else we got going on? Couchboy says the old 5p a 2-inch mask figures, or 4 or 6. Yes, yeah, like so the old little ones would be great. I'd love to see, like, you know, I'd love to see Hasbro do something with M.A.S.K again, even if it is a reissue kind of thing, because some of those reissues would be amazing. And if they could kind of make some of the vehicles a bit more robust, you know, we had a lot of like metal springs and a lot of things like that in the original vehicles. I'm a huge M.A.S.K fan. Like I've got most. In fact, I probably have the entire run boxed of vehicles that were available in the US and UK. I've got the carded UK exclusive, European exclusive, sorry, figure mission sets as well. I've got a lot of the where they kind of release them as two packs as well, and then obviously a lot of loose stuff. So I'm a huge M.A.S.K fan in general. I know this has got nothing to do with Roadblock. If you're joining in, like going, why is Roadblock on the screen? You're talking about M.A.S.K. It's because people are talking about my hat. But yeah, I'm a huge M.A.S.K fan and would love them to do some sort of reissue kind of thing. Yeah, big time. Yeah. Hello, Renegade Biker. So Couchboy, yeah, I'd love anything M.A.S.K, mate, definitely. What else we got going on? Right, Robert H says, I think we'd sooner see 2-inch Joe similar to Star Wars Mission Fleet before 4 or 6-inch M.A.S.K. Probably would. I would, like I said, I would love to see some sort of homage M.A.S.K style in Classified. But yeah, that's got to be down the. I mean, you're talking a while down the line, aren't you? Just based on the fact that you've got so many G.I. Joe figures to do, G.I. Joe characters, Cobra characters to do. So yeah, absolutely. Ryan, Hasbro has so far been reticent to make vehicles for their 6-inch lines. I don't know how popular M.A.S.K would be without the vehicles. No, I totally get that. But I mean, we had Matt Tracker at 4-inch twice. You know, like I'd be up for seeing some sort of homage. You know, maybe Brad Turner, who pilots Condor, pilots or rides, depending on what mode it's in. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a M.A.S.K fan, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Brad Turner would be sick with Hocus Pocus. It'd be sick. I'd love that. At Classified 6-inch, I would cry. Even if it was like a little subline of, yeah, we're going to do M.A.S.K and we're going to do it so that it kind of, you know, the 6-inch figures that are going to kind of go in with the Classified series. That'd be so dope. Yeah, I would certainly love it. But again, I'm a guy with a M.A.S.K hat on, so what do I know? That said, I hope we get a small set of vehicles for the 6-inch Joes. Yeah, me too. I do hope we get some, like, as much as we can vehicle wise for 6-inch Joes. I really do, and agreed. What else are people saying? Catchboy, I never got into 3-0. Did Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow? Did Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow ship? Yes, they're all 4 of them. So Snake Eyes Dead Game, Storm Shadow, and Storm Shadow Arctic Mission. They've all shipped, I believe, now. At minimum, 3 of them have. Snake Eyes Dead Game, and Storm Shadow version 1. Well, you know, version 1 of 3-0. I'm pretty sure they've all come out, mate. Honestly, I think Roadblock they've kind of revealed and got them out in a pretty decent time frame considering the situation we've been in. So I think seeing this Roadblock, pre-ordering this Roadblock, which will be on the 31st, I'll get to those details in a second, a couple of days. We'll then be seeing. What am I getting at? We'll then be seeing this actual figure delivered. I don't think it'll be too far in the future, honestly. They do pretty well on the turnaround. They have so far. I've got 2 of them. What else are we saying here, guys? Yeah, everyone's thinking M.A.S.K, aren't they? In 2022, needing M.A.S.K in 2022, big time. The hat has made an absolute farce of this particular story. Before I get to any more comments, then let's talk about some of the details surrounding this particular figure that also broke today. So I'll read it out because I can. ThreeZero is proud to present the next character from the G.I. Joe team, Marvin Hinton, who is also known as Roadblock. He first debuted in 1984. With his size and brawn, Roadblock is the heavy machine gunner in the team who can carry an M2 Browning machine gun. Yes, he's a big lad, isn't he? Standing at approximately 12 inches, 30 centimeters tall, the G.I. Joe 1/6 Roadblock collectible figure features our standard fully articulated body with realistic seamless arms, fabric hand-tailored costuming, and a high attention to detail. It presents a highly accurate likeness to the character as portrayed on G.I. Joe comics. This is also one of those mixed kind of translation scenarios, isn't it? It comes with a full loadout of weapons, including a pistol with holster, knife with sheath, an M2 Browning heavy machine gun, grenades, smoke grenades, tripod, and bullets. Like it. He's also got spare hands and a cool removable helmet, which I'm not sure if they said that. No, they didn't. He's got more than they're saying he's got. So estimated shipping is fourth quarter 2022. That is insane, isn't it? I'm really surprised at that, actually. Look for it to go up for pre-order later this week, and we know that it'll be on the 31st. It's going up on, guys. 31st. It's going up for pre-order. Really excited for this. Really, really excited. I'll come back to some of the comments now. Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. 6-inch M.A.S.K vehicles, I'd need to buy them a separate apartment as they would be gigantic. They really would. I'm just kind of thinking you could do Brad Turner and Condor, and it would have to transform as well, wouldn't it? It would have to kind of like, you know, it would have to morph into its helicopter format as well. But that would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Oh, They Gone is basically you're just trying to do it all for me, mate. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't mask his show. I like it. Gone Off the Rails, maybe more dope. Nope, just happy with life. I'm glad they're gone. I'm glad. But yes, definitely like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you're enjoying the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're not, I'm sorry. Stop watching me. Stop hate watching me. That's really weird. I feel odd if people are watching this going, I hate this guy. He knows nothing and he does rubbish work. I'm going to watch it all and then I'm going to complain about it afterwards. What else we got going on? Red Snake Eyes, never saw up close. If I did, I need them. The Red Snake Eyes was dope. Mate, it's really cool. Like the first Snake Eyes and obviously the Red Snake Eyes that followed it are beautiful figures. Storm Shadow, I've been told, is even cooler, but I don't. He's in the United Kingdom as we speak. What else be going on? Oh, Cujo's on. Hey, Cuj. Shout out Cuj on the West Coast. Shout out G.I. Joe Berg. Like we always get some sort of G.I. Joe Berg connection going on here. So good shout out, buddy. Thanks for jumping on, man. Really appreciate it. And Couchboy is saying, Emily, Lenny, M.A.S.K, thanks, lol. Yeah, definitely. I'll pass it on. What else we got going on? Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, Renegade Biker, having some car problems lately. Mate, that sucks. I apologize. That sucks, buddy. I hope you can get all that sorted out. Yeah, and obviously the quicker you can get back to doing your channel, the better. Sorry to hear that. What else we got going on? Yes, Toy Bounty Hunter, you are seriously thinking about getting these figures. I know you buy Hot Toys, some of which are twice the price of these, but yes, you should be seriously thinking about it because these are seriously bloody good figures. I can't like the Snake Eyes I have in hand. I should have got him out, shouldn't I, for this? Why did I? Again, I had the opportunity yesterday, didn't do it. Got a second bite of the cherry here, not happening. Yes, I don't know why I'm even trying to push these. Why am I trying to push these? Like, they'll do well no matter what. I mean, look at them. They're fantastic. But yes, Toy Bounty Hunter, get in on it, mate. I'm getting on in this rope. I'm getting in on this roadblock. It's happening. It's happening. What else we got going on? Oh, You're just bugging my friend with the great hair. I guess you're talking about me. Thank you very much. I very rarely show it off anymore because I'm always wearing hats. Oh my goodness, that sucks, man. The car issue is going to cost you over $1,200 or $1,200 is what I would have said before moving to the United States. Mate, I'm sorry, that sucks. I hope you get that sorted soon, bud. Really do. Hi, Shane. Thanks for jumping on, buddy. And you've said yo. So I'm going to say full, because obviously you say yo, Joe. I say full force. Lots of West Coast in the house tonight. I'm not saying you are, Shane. I'm saying Cujo and Lagon. A number of West Coasters on tonight. Okay, Paul, let's talk about eventual. Yes, let's get back on some sort of track here. 20 minutes in. Thank you, Paul Galliano, for getting me back in it. As far as eventual inevitable figures, I hope they do Cobra Commander in his stirrup pants look. Every other company that has released a 12-inch version has opted for his military boots look. Yeah, I don't know, actually. They'd probably stick close to... I mean, with this one, it's what you see is like a really nice approximation of that vintage version 2 figure. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow definitely had some really nice kind of updated upgrades. I think Cobra Commander would probably follow suit. Lady J, Firefly, they look very close to some sort of approximation of their vintage figures with, again, some like secondary sexy updates. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Cobra Commander would probably follow suit in that sense. Funnily enough, they haven't mentioned him, have they? It's Destro, Baroness, and Firefly that are up next for ThreeZero. So that's an interesting scenario going on there, isn't it? But yeah, Cobra Commander. What do you guys want to see ThreeZero do? Because we already know what they're going to do. We know they're going to do. Well, we know they've done Snake Eyes in 2 different versions, Storm Shadow in 2 different versions, and Roadblock. We also know they're going to do Duke, Scarlet, Lady J, and we also know they're going to do Firefly, Destro, and the Baroness. So those ones we know. Don't mention those in the comments, please. What do we want to see going forward in this ThreeZero line? I'm going to start. Well, Paul started us off with Cobra Commander. That's a good start. Robert H. Genius. This is great. But if ThreeZero wants my money, they're going to have to make an ice cream soldier. You've gone straight to that well, and I love you for it, Robert. Absolutely genius comment. I'm not kidding. I think I'd be in for that. If they pulled that out of the bag, I'd be like, yeah, have my $150. Or yeah, that's what I would probably do. That's a great shout. Personally, I am going to go with, because technically we've already kind of got version 2 Storm Shadow in a sense, even though it's not digital camo. I'm going to just claim it as a win. It's the winter camo version, whatever. It's still pretty cool, and I think it's gorgeous. Just like that Sideshow one. I've got the Sideshow one. I love the Sideshow kind of like version 2-esque kind of one, where they, instead of doing digital camo, they did like kind of choppier, scratchy, broken grey blocks, which is totally cool. I'm gonna also say, all right, who do I want? Come on. Super Trooper. That's a joke, but also definitely want that to happen. And Lightfoot, obviously, if I just keep saying those all the time, people get angry. I will say Hit and Run would be a beautiful ThreeZero figure. I would love that. Camo paint, hat on the arms, and the exposed skin and the face. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Next. Vagon says, so we get in the Armadillo, the small tank. What, in ThreeZero? Well, they don't do vehicles, do they? But are we talking classified? Mate, I don't know. That would be pretty cool. Could be. Couch Boy says, P.S. Justin and Pat rule like you do, in case they are wondering. That's a really adorable thing to say. Yeah, all the presenters from the 4-Force rule, definitely. Josh, thanks for the comment, buddy. I'd like Josh B. I'd like to get these because they look incredible, but all my space is being taken up with the 3 3/4 and 6-inch figures. Need to buy a bigger house with 3 Gs as well and bigger. So you've really going to have to get a bigger house. Totally. Aren't we all? I think we're all going to have to. What else we got going on? Couch Boy says, oh man, it won't be long till I'm buying ThreeZero, the detail and less than Hot Toys. It's got a lot going for it, ThreeZero. It really does. The only thing going against it at the moment is the amount of options we have in terms of characters, because we've only got the 3 so far. 2 versions of the first 2, obviously. But like I said, that's the, and that's not a complaint. That's just what I'm saying is like, to get on board with something like this, and you're hoping for like loads of characters. You're looking at 2 versions of Snake Eyes, 2 versions of Storm Shadow and Roadblock at the moment. But it looks like more is to come. And obviously, the turnaround is super fast, man. 4th quarter 2022, get out of it. Get in. I'm all over this. I'm getting more excited doing these episodes. This is bad for me. Sorry, honey. This is bad for me now doing these episodes. I get more excited and I'm just being like, right, I'm getting all of it again. Right, what's going on? Once they do an Airborne Trooper, I am in. You never know, Dagon. Like I said, Airborne, Ripcord, Crazy Legs, and you said Crazy Legs as well. That's a great shout. I'd love a Crazy Legs in this. Retro Boy 1357, just dropping by for a quick hello. Keep up the awesome work. Be safe. Thank you very much. Right back at you, and thank you for the comment. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about this. Agent Chuckles, very, very good point. Tempted by these figures, but the skin has me worried about deterioration. I'm pretty sure that that is a concern and it's something that can't be avoided with it, can it? Like, I don't know, like, if they can avoid that. I really don't think there's anything they can do about that. I think you're spot on to be concerned about it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I don't like... I don't think these aren't things that I'd like to do like robust play with necessarily. I check them out once or twice, and then I might kind of change their display up a little bit every now and again. But for the most part, I'd be pretty safe, I think, from any deterioration. The only concern is if you've got them in like a tight elbow display for a long period of time, I wonder if you would get like a crack emerge, or if you after a while, like you go to open it, would there be like a crease that's never going to come out? I don't know. The one thing with that is like, it's a concern, it's a worry, but that's something that you either make the commitment to buy and then find out later on down the line, or you go, it's too much of a concern and that's too much of a deal breaker. For me personally, when I look at the pros and cons, if it's skin arm deterioration, then I think the other pros for me personally outweigh that. If that isn't the case for you, Agent Chuckles, then absolutely do not get in on this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that is a concern that I don't think they can really do anything about. I don't think the tech is there to create that kind of skin that doesn't, that kind of rubber material that doesn't deteriorate. Like, there's going to have to be some Cybertronian technology going on there, because you're talking about like an extended period of time in a pose, and it's going to leave marks on the most durable of kind of flexible materials. So I'm just going to put it out there and say, yeah, if that is a deal breaker, you have to take that into consideration 100%. And thank you for the comment, Agent Chuckles. I appreciate it. Ryan says, hi, Ryan. Ryan, you've already made a comment. I don't know why I'm saying hi again, like you haven't spoken already. I'm biased because Torpedo is my favorite, but at the 3-0 scale, they could do amazing things with the Resident Seal. They really could, couldn't they? Oh, God, it would be great. Especially with like kind of soft goods like not mask, but like the bit that goes, the kind of balaclava-y bit. I don't know what like the wetsuit part, They could do that as like a thing that kind of comes off and then the head's exposed, or they could do it as like a material thing, is what I'm getting at. Or they could do it, and I think they would do it as material with a bit of elastic in it so that, it wouldn't rip. It would kind of like come over the head, and that would be dope actually, Ryan, wouldn't it? Because it doesn't look they're doing multiple heads, so like I think that would be pretty cool for that to kind of come like as an elasticated material type thing. That would be sick. And then obviously you put the goggles over the top, you put the other mask, the breather, over the mouth, you got the oh dude, that would be sick. That would be so sick. And, he could come with, and they could, throw some upgrades on there. You could have knife sheaths and harpoon guns and all sorts of cool stuff with Torpedo. Yeah, totally. I'm in on that, Ryan. I've sold it to myself. Robert H says, Ice Cream Soldier is legitimately one of my favorite Joes, maybe even top 10. Flame Trooper, yeah, mate, dude. All like each to their own. But the only reason I kind of say it tongue in cheek is because I know that generally the consensus isn't a, it's not everyone's favorite, is what I'm getting at. But no, he's a dope figure, and definitely one that hasn't really had much in the way of like not reimagining, but they haven't really gone back to the well with him, have they? So yeah, I'd be up for that too. Yeah, no one has done a seal yet. I'm still waiting for the classified underwater team. Still waiting for the classified shipwreck seal, beanie hat, shipwreck maneuver, aren't we? You know what I'm talking about. I would like to see ThreeZero make Serpentor. Renegade Biker, you're definitely barking up the right tree there, because that would be a bloody gorgeous figure. And the amount of detail and texture and everything would be fantastic. Oh, Toy Bounty Hunter coming through hard and strong. ThreeZero Fast Draw. Could you imagine that with the missiles like folding down behind him in the backpack, the mask that comes down, and the pipes and the hoses, and oh my god, it would be so good. All of the textures are insane. Retro Boy 1357. We need some mask figures in our life. I love that hat. Yes, and thank you very much. Dagon says Scoop. Scoop would be really good. Actually. Again, camera, backpack, helmet, loads of accessories. You've got like all those molded details on the figure with like the camera. That could be loose. But like, give him all sorts of cool stuff. Like all the doodads on him. Definitely. I'd be really happy to see Scoop in this scale as well. Couchboy says ThreeZero Destro will be so cool. And obviously, like I said, we know that's coming. And I think, yeah, that's also going to be pretty cool. Man, when I think of ThreeZero, I think M.A.S.K, friggin' classified. There's more. Like O-Ring. Higher Toys are doing a line. It's so hard to keep up, isn't it? It's just, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You've spelt it correctly this time, Nagon, but yeah, Scoop, and agree. Scoop would be amazing. Oh, Robert H, you're coming through with all the hardcores at the moment. Love this. Cesspool would be amazing. Would be amazing at this scale. Cesspool classified, please. Cesspool classified, Cesspool ThreeZero, Cesspool M.A.S.K, Cesspool higher, Cesspool O-Ring. I want it all. Cesspool would be insane. The detail on the face, like the 4-inch figure's got an incredible scar on it. Imagine what the blooming ThreeZero figure would do. Oh, it would be so good. Robert H, you are coming through with some amazing choices tonight, and you're going up in my estimation with every comment. Well, you all are, in actual fact. There you go. You need to just play with your toys. Well, like I would, given the time, but this is the problem. I trawl in so much, and then the most it gets is that initial like out of the box. Give it a few like wibbles. It goes up in a display, and then it's never touched again. But that isn't the case now, because I have made I've made a pact with myself. Yes, and Phoebe is a member of that pact as well, to make sure I go back and get a figure every now and again, and really give it a good once over, because it's not fair. And also, see, she agrees with me. Phoebe agrees with me. What else? Yeah, I suppose as well, so they don't break. So like I keep displaying it so I don't cause the issue with the skin deterioration. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, these are good shouts as well from Renegade Biker. Another good shout here. 2 good shouts. Zorana! I didn't know it was you. It's like an OCD thing. Like I have to say it every time I say her name. It's ridiculous. Jinx as well. Both of them would be absolutely fantastic. They'd be great, wouldn't they? I'm just imagining with Jinx the detail on that staff she's got, with the beautiful like decorative ends on that amazing staff she has. The backpack, the swords would go in. Oh, that would be sweet. And you could give her loads of cool ninja weapons, like shuriken and lots of different like the kuriyama, those kind of like hook kind of bladed kind of weapons. There's so many cool things you could give Jinx, and yeah, really pack her out with some amazing stuff. Throwing knives. The list is endless. Couchboy says, off topic. Sorry, that's me today. Are they continuing Snake Eyes Origins with Ever Vigilant? I think a Scarlet movie would be so great. Watched it last night. Scarlet steals the show. It's so. I personally think that it's hard to say because we've heard nothing about any film development stuff or television development stuff since the movie tanked in terms of the box office. So I don't know if they're gathering again and reevaluating and rethinking the whole thing, or if they are actually developing a few of these things. Like, I don't know about, the Lady J TV series went quiet. We have literally heard nothing. I'm trying so hard to gather information from other sources about that, but it's really difficult to get any kind of clear information. Most of it is effectively there's no news to tell you about it, so they've kind of hit a wall with it effectively. And the same with the films. There was this talk of Ever Vigilant was a working title anyway, but that was something that's been on the table for a long period of time. It's changed its face quite a lot. We're even looking at there was a movie news that Justin and I spoke about called Hunt for Infinity Mask, and that was information based on trademarks that were taken out by Paramount / Hasbro and so on and so forth. So it was information that we were getting from a proper official source, and it was like this pitch idea where this movie centering around Chuckles. So and that's also kind of come out of the Ever Vigilant background. There's like a whole leak script information that got out there. There's all sorts, but I don't think any of it is currently in development until it is, and then we'll know about it. And then we'll get a news story from, I don't know, Hollywood Reporter or someone like that will break it, and then we'll know for sure. But at the moment, it is literally only what we know to this current moment. Nothing has changed. So hope that helps, Couchboy. Oh, there's a good one. It'd be, again, Robert H. Captain Gridiron. Yes, please. It'd be fun to get Captain Gridiron just to have all hyper detail in his football armor, and to have little mini American footballs would be pretty dope as well. And yes, I call them American footballs because I'm from the United Kingdom. I'm from England, born in Germany, where I think where we actually called it soccer first. Isn't that hilarious? Action figure expert. Hello, Mr. Chris. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Same to you, my good sir. Couchboy says 3-0 Zartan and siblings color change skin. Could you imagine? I'd be all over that 3 times to get all of them. Xandar as well. That'd be a dope one. We've already mentioned Zarana. I didn't know it was you. See, I have to do it every time. They gone. How did we go from such nothing to everything? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. It was like Hasbro went, yeah, should we do something with the brand now? And it's like, yeah, let's do something with the brand now. Should we do everything with the brand now? Yeah, let's do everything with the brand now. Let's get it in everything, on everything. I'm not complaining. It's actually brilliant. And it means that I can do these news bursts with you guys every now and again when the slightest hint of G.I. Joe related news drops. Agent Chuckle. So that's pretty much the conversation going on in my head. Thanks. About the deterioration, the arms. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm not going to try and sell it to you because that's another thing. I'm not saying you should be out there buying this. It is completely up to, everybody, depending on their situation, their monetary situation, whatever, the space scenario. But then also, you may have actual concerns about that kind of stuff. And one of those things is that it is not much they can do about that with the skin deterioration. So it's got to be a concern for those of you that would have those concerns. And if that is a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker. It isn't, however, personally, for me. What else? Daniel, yes. Somebody needs to give us Torch, Buzzer, and Ripper soon. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? That we've got all this G.I. Joe stuff, and 0 buzzer torch ripper. Isn't that bonkers? We're talking what, we're in our 4th year now? No, when did it was 2019, right? So we're inside year 3. We're inside year 3, although we're still probably inside year 2 in terms of actual time, if that makes sense. In terms of the number, we're in the 3rd year of GI Joe things, aren't we? The return of the M.A.S.K. So I would have to say it's odd, isn't it, that we haven't seen a lot of Torch, Buzzer, and Ripper. Obviously, the O-ring line is pretty fresh, so we expect to see some 2-packs that allow us to get multiple Dreadnoks at a time in the future. And Classified, I guess they could argue we've done Zarana. Well, Zarana's coming. Zarana! I didn't know it was you. Stop it. Zartan, they could argue, has been done. So, But yeah, no Buzzer, Torch, or Ripper. It's crazy, isn't it? Hooded Cobra Commander. No surprise that Cobra Commander is at the top of your list. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't. That hasn't been mentioned yet on 3Zero's thing. So that is definitely one that I'm allowing you to have as an option. Good shout, Sphere Corp. Would love to see a Snow Serpent and Low Light. In, again, 3-0 and Classified and O-Ring, please. I'm so greedy. Hello, Sergeant Slaughterhouse. How is it going? Thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate you jumping on. Daniel McGovern says, random thought, I wonder if Hasbro could/would finally bring Rocky Balboa into the G.I. Joe line like originally planned. Yeah, so that's a really awesome kind of unreleased concept, isn't it, basically? With more than a concept, because they've got like 2-ups, they've got loads of sculpt work done with the likeness of Sylvester Stallone. I think it would be so awesome, wouldn't it? In fact, Joe Declassified did a really good panel on that, all the ins and outs of that Rocky Balboa. We even touched on it with Joe Declassified. Sorry, Phoebe has these buttons dotted around the house that she can push for certain things, and they make noises because we record things in them. And yeah, you might hear them every now and again when she presses them. It's adorable, and it sounds like she's talking, so it's great. Yeah, the panel I did with Joe Declassified about mail-away figures. I think it was one of the armors, one of the assembly required online mass online rally things. It's really good. Check it out. It's got loads of detail in it. It's really well produced because I did it. Sorry, that I didn't mean that. It's really cool though. You'll like it, I think. And we go into lots of detail, and I think the Rocky figure does come up. But anyway, very cool. Daniel, I like that comment. I like that random thought. Couch Boy, new cartoon coming still. I guess. Just don't know. Again, it's so radio silence in terms of that media, in terms of the movies, the cartoons. Maybe they're holding out for a bit more kind of update on all that kind of stuff for Yojo June this year. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? Fingers crossed we do hear something soon, because I'm desperate to see it. No surprise who I'm hoping for, says Sergeant Slaughterhouse. Who could that be? I'm going to say Sergeant Slammer. I'm just kidding. Sergeant Slaughter, yes, would be brilliant, wouldn't he? In this range, in Classified, in O-Ring. Bring it on. Bring it on. I want to see it. I want to see him everywhere. Couchboy, the brand can't stay in stock. A movie has to come eventually soon. Yeah, it's the brand is strong, and usually when the brand is strong and there's a lot behind it, that's when all this other media starts flooding in. I guess there's a lot of reevaluating going on post Snake Eyes. I think that's probably has a lot to do with it. Maybe they're thinking, I still think that streaming is a great platform for them to do something on, whether it's animation or live action, whatever. I just think it's a great opportunity, and I'm worried that it's the boat. Well, I don't think the boat's going to be missed, because streaming is pretty, I don't know, future-proof. Would you agree? You might not agree, but I feel like something has to happen media-wise, doesn't it? Toy Bounty Hunter, if Hot Toys can do an Episode 3 Jedi Starfighter, ThreeZero can do a 1/6 Ram or Ferret, just saying. And yeah, you're right, Toy Bounty Hunter. I suppose it depends on how successful this particular brand is for them. But what it sounds like, they've got a lot planned for, I imagine, right, okay, so cards on the table here. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. We've had Snake Eyes in 2 versions. They came out pretty fast. We've had Storm Shadow in 2 decos. They came out pretty fast. I imagine this roadblock might get some sort of rejig. I don't know, like in terms of redeco, but I can see him getting some other version done. Maybe they'll do like the other version of him, like the version 1 of him as a redo, and you reuse the head, the body, and then like it's just a matter of new pants, new vest, and new secondary. It's just a matter of that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you will get something else out of Roadblock. But that also means that I think that this year we can probably expect them to pull out a Firefly or a Lady J or a Scarlet or a Duke or a Destro or a Baroness before the end of the year. The way that they turn these over. And then next year we can probably expect another 2 figures that have got repaint potential. Baroness, obviously you can do blue, you can do red, you can do all sorts with Baroness. Destro, you can do his Prophet Director, you can do his what else can you do? Red Jackal. I'm just throwing it out there. Guys. But yeah, you've got options. So I think there's going to be a lot of. I think the turnover is going to be pretty quick with these going into the rest of this year and next year. I think we're going to see more soon, honestly. Dreadnock's Rule, says Couchboy. Actually, taking a dip, love. Yeah, I can't help but say these things whenever I hear Zorana's name. It's just like it's inbuilt into my psyche now. Robert H, with all the licensing Hasbro's doing, it's only a matter of time before we get G.I. Joe and Transformers train sets again. Oh, could you imagine? I would love that. If they did a train set and that kind of like linked into the O-ring line, like double usage, if you know what I mean. Like it's for the O-ring line, but it's like the train. Oh my God, that would be so dope, wouldn't it? Come on. I'd love that. I'd have the Transformers one as well. Those things are gorgeous. What else we got going on? J Max says, sorry I'm late, but RB looks pretty dope. You're right, and don't be sorry. It's totally fine, mate. Whenever you can join is fine. If you want to jump on, you don't have to. You can watch it after the fact. What else we've got going on here? Renegade Biker. Chris, I was wondering if ThreeZero makes a Nemesis Enforcer. I was once a man Cobra Commander, maybe Globulus, and maybe Wild Weasel, as well as Wetsuit and Torpedo, as well as Snowjob. My goodness, there's a lot there, buddy. I would have all of them. All great shouts. Obviously, the movie-related stuff, fantastic. I would be all up for that. ThreeZero would be, well, God, could you imagine Globulus? It would be incredible. You'd have to have, like, his huge, like egg, his body egg. What am I talking about? But you'd have that big round globy thing on him. You'd have to have that there. There'd be so many cool homage accessories in there too. Nemesis Enforcer would be huge. They'd have to make him bigger. He'd have to be bigger than Roadblock, wouldn't he? He'd have to have wings and all sorts. Oh, come on. Was once a man Cobra Commander, you can have like the tear in the top, and you can have like the exposed like ripped snake body. God, that's making it sound really sexy. Wild Weasel would be a brilliant addition to the ThreeZero line. Yeah, I'd love that. Really would love that. Wetsuit and Torpedo. Yeah, either or, both, please and thank you. And Snowjob. Again, absolutely accessories galore. What else we got? That's a good shout, actually, Sarge. Yes, Sergeant Slaughterhouse. I'd love a wave that celebrate the celebrities of the line with Sarge, Fridge, and Rocky as a concept piece. Add the Rock and Tatum because why not? Absolutely, mate. Yeah, that's the celebrities of G.I. Joe. There's so many as well. Totally, that would be great. And again, I'd love to see those homages sprinkled throughout all of the things that Hasbro do, that ThreeZero do, that Everyone does. I think it'd be brilliant. Yeah, Bryn, Hasbro. Well, yeah, the writers' room creating the Hasbro universe. Yeah, that was cut, wasn't it? That was cut before Snake Eyes, though. That was dead in the water before Snake Eyes was even out or even in development. But yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? Real shame. I kind of feel like the IDW universe was also used as almost like a kind of, testing the waters a little bit with that. Phoebe. Robert H says, I think they could repaint that roadblock as version 4. The designs are close enough. Actually, you've got a good point there. Yeah, totally. So rather than like redoing a lot of stuff to make a version 1, kind of just repaint it a little bit, less redo is effectively what you're talking about. The t-shirt changes color, doesn't it? It's blue, isn't it? Blue or black. Why don't I just check? Why don't I pull my finger out and just look? Shout out to Carson at 3D Joes because that's what I'm ripping here in terms of my checking. Thank you, Carson. Yes, it's black t-shirt underneath, kind of like a green. Yeah, you could definitely, blue pants as well. So you could definitely do some. I don't know, actually, Robert. I think you'd have to do some changes because the upper body, like the secondary. I suppose if you take that secondary off, then yeah, because they're going to have to anyway, aren't they? But yeah, I'd love to see blue pants, black t-shirt, and then a different secondary. Bob's your uncle. Bob is your uncle, unless you've got a different uncle's name, in which case it's not called Bob at all. The question is what we will see first, a third vehicle in the classified or a repaint of the ram or the coil. My money would be on a repaint because I think my money would be on a repaint. Probably of the ram is where my money is going to go. I'm really hoping that Duke with the vehicle is a ferret. Really hoping that. But I could also see just as easily them doing a Tiger Force ram. I could just as easily see that. But, we'll see, I guess. Iron Grenadiers, great shout as well. And I would love Iron Grenadiers across the board again in all facets of the brand. It's just easier to say that than just keep saying them out loud. Couch Boy, great TV show pitch there. Walter Refrigerator Perry and Sergeant Slaughter out of retirement on a mission, live action TV show. That's great. Yeah, Sergeant the Fridge, amazing. What would be great about that is that 1, I'm a massive G.I. Joe fan. 2, I'm a Bears fan. As a kid, my dad bought me a Walter Payton jersey, and we were like big into it because when I was a kid in '85, the Bears won the Super Bowl, and that was the one that like we were watching, the one we managed to get to watch, and the one that kind of like made us get into NFL. So my dad and I would really be into watching American football and like getting like we got this. It was like this like Marshall Cavendish book magazine series where you would get like a binder. It was like they used to do it with combat and survival as well. My UK team will know what I'm talking about here, but it was like you get this binder, and then every month, or might even have been weekly, you'd get like an issue of this magazine where you buy and you put it in the binder. And we used to get an NFL one, and you collect all the issues, fill the binder, and there was your Series 1 kind of thing. And it had like loads of history about all the teams, all of like the different helmets and jerseys and kit designs. There was like, it was great. I used to love it. I used to, still got it, and it's one of my treasured possessions. And so being a Bears fan, getting the Fridge and the Sarge on a TV show would be absolutely hilarious and brilliant at the same time. Yes, actually, good point, Robert H. A slight side track, and we're talking track. Get it? No pun intended. I'm legitimately shocked Takara Tomy has never done Transformers trains in their Plarail line. They did make an amazing line of Plarail robots, but they weren't connected to Transformers. Yeah, and I know they're doing the Masterpiece kind of like train bots as well, aren't they? Which look pretty cool as well. But I know what you're saying, man. I'm surprised. I am surprised they haven't done it. That'd be really cute as well. I want them to do it. Oh yeah, Daniel. O-ring scale train set could make an epic HasLab project. Actually, yeah, that is a great shout, isn't it? Yeah, I'm loving that. A train set as well. How adorable. See, my granddad was, God rest his soul, was he was a train enthusiast, and he had the most incredible model railway setup that he built himself. He made everything, like the scenery. It's unbelievable. Like it, I'm tearing up just talking about it, but it was one of the most amazing things I used to do as a kid. Go around my nan and granddad's house, pop into. They had like a whole uh, like barn conversion. Went inside there, and in there was this beautiful train set. You would go underneath. You go in the doorway and go underneath to get inside it. So you'd come up, and it would be all the way around you, and it was unreal. I've got pictures and stuff I've posted on my personal pages and stuff. Yeah, you may have seen it in the past. He was a big like model maker as well. Like he would make loads of like the aeroplanes, like the World War II and whatever planes, he model planes and stuff, and you make those. So they're all hanging from the ceiling over this gorgeous train track. And I say it just doesn't do it justice because it had like a canal that he built from scratch, and like it's just unreal, and you have to see it to believe it. Have to see it to believe it. J-Mac, are we getting a sequel for Snake Eyes, or is it a one-off? Well, it was supposed to be one. It wasn't supposed to be a one-off. It was supposed to be like the beginning of a new franchise. Who knows now? Because we haven't really heard anything about it. I think when they do the next movie, we'll know. I believe we'll get something again soon, and whether they tie in Snake Eyes or not, who knows? But I don't know. I really do think it's up in the air at the moment, Jay. Yeah. Rachel, Sears exclusive Dreadnought Ram. Oh, yes, please. That would be a good repaint, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Absolutely. Okay, Din Dins. Wow, thank you. Wow, this is incredible. Just going wraps here, guys, and it's got foil on it.
It's because they were falling.
Fancy. Thank you. I appreciate it. And some chips. Well, potato chips. You call them? Yeah, you call them chips. Of course you do. I call them crisps. Right. Yes, Rachel. Great shout. One of the best. I love that deco as well. Absolutely love that deco. So yeah, that's got to happen. Do you know what? I haven't even thought about that. That is a great repaint option. Absolutely brilliant repaint option. You have gone up in my estimation there. Brilliant. I should cosplay as Thrasher because I could put that green, bit in my hair, grow my hair out a little bit, get the old like 50s mechanic hairstyle going on, green, stripe in it, whatever. Lacrosse stick with a spiked ball in there. Get the old like padding gear on the top, belly showing. Everyone can see my little tum tum. It'd be hideous. I'd be all over that. Yeah, I should do that. Okay, I will do it. I'll try and aim for doing something like that before the end of the year. Action figure expert, and that'll also get me in the gym earlier, won't it? But thanks. Yeah, I love my Thrasher impersonation. Renegade. I may have to see if I can get ThreeZero to make all of these characters by calling them if I can. Maybe tomorrow morning if they are here in the USA. I believe ThreeZero is a Hong Kong based company, but I think they have staff in the US and distribution and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know the ins and outs, but I'm pretty sure they're Hong Kong based. They do great things though. Now, God, I love this line. This is becoming a line that I'm like really into. Why? Oh, thanks, ThreeZero. I just thought I could like easily just enjoy these from a distance. Like seriously, just be like, oh, that's nice. That's really, I like that. I'm glad that exists. But now I'm like, you know what? Ain't happening. I'm going in, all guns blazing. Well, just the Browning. What else we got going on? I guess this is a comment on my Walter Payton jersey, right? Walter Payton is my all-time favorite NFL player, by the way. The sweetness. Absolutely love Walter Payton. Take care, Toy Bounty Hunter. Thanks for jumping on. Really appreciate it. I'm about to come to a close myself so that I can eat my wraps. What else we got going on? So thank you very much, Toy Bounty Hunter. See you on the next one. What's this? Couch Boy, imagine Fridge and Sarge as Joe Colton role in Retaliation. Imagine that scene, but not Bruce Willis, but Fridge and Sarge in the scene as odd couple roommates. That's just made that movie 20 times better already. Yeah, good shout, Couch Boy. What else? Whoa, what have we got? Chris, have you seen the video on Sam's Train YouTube channel where he made trains and train cars from a CAD program in a 3D? I haven't, but I will check that out. Yeah, like I said, I will see if I can somehow share those images of my granddad's train set. I might do that anyway, just as on the Full Force page, and just say, look, check these out. They're amazing. Because he really was an absolute genius when it came to that stuff. Yeah, rest in peace to my wonderful, wonderful granddad. 3-0 is a great line. Bust out red one in weekly when talking Roadblock. Okay, I'll see if I can. I'll dig them out. And I will have them ready for the next thing we do. Okay, one last thing. Paul's going off topic. You got us back on the track, and now you're throwing us off it. Just wanted to say I was happy to see Brian Goldner included in the In Memoriam segment of the Oscars Sunday night. Absolutely. Yeah, someone did actually, I think it was a shout out to Skinny Joe fan who did message me on a tweet saying that, yeah, he was called out on it on the In Memoriam segment. Brian Goldner, rest in peace. Absolutely. Yeah, that was really cool, actually. And yeah, obviously the Oscars was taken up with a lot of other things that happened on it. I won't go into the details of it. You all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, yeah. So that was really nice that they did include that Brian Goldner thing. Yeah, thanks for that, Paul, and good shout, mate. Thank you. J-Max says, wonder if it could be connected to Lady J on Amazon. Great live stream by. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Jay. And yes, Lady J on Amazon, Snake Eyes could be connected to that. We don't know. Like I said, I imagine we're going to get some more news about that probably in Yojo June. I just have a feeling, well, you never know. We could find out more soon. And finally, Robert H. If they make the Dreadnought Ground Assault in Classified, which I want, it should come with Heart Wrencher like the club version did. That's a good shout. Heart Wrencher with a repainted Ram. That would be dope, wouldn't it? Really dope. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Robert H. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, talking 3-0 Roadblock and then like loads of other things. M.A.S.K got a good shout out. Oh, yeah. And while you're here, you can see these glorious wraps, which my wife has made us and put in foil to make my life easier. So thank you, my darling. Yeah, I'll be back on, I think, very soon, actually. We've got a couple more of these to do this week, actually. I know but this is a News Burst Live. Surely you don't know the news before it's happened. Sometimes I do. So we've got one thing we're going to be doing on a live with some other people involved. I won't go into too many more details because I want to keep it as a surprise. And yeah, we've got our our weekly on Saturday as well. So yeah, I will see you guys on any number of those things. Thank you so much for all of your comments. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the little bell as well and get notified for when these things go live. And yeah, I will be back very soon to talk about even more things, I would imagine. See you on the next one. What do we do at the end of these? Well, you know what we have to do on the end of these ones. After 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. See you later. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.